I can't count the times I've wondered if there have been any instances of condemned men escaping the relentless machinery, disappearing before the execution, or breaking through the cordon of police. What really counted was the possibility of escape, a leap of freedom out of the implacable ritual, a wild run for it that would give whatever chance for hope there was. Of course, hope meant being cut down on some street corner as you ran like mad by a random bullet. But when I really thought it through, nothing was going to allow me such a luxury. Everything was against it. I would just be caught up in the machinery again. The fact that the sentence had been read at 8 o'clock at night and not at 5 o'clock, the fact that it could have been an entirely different one, the fact that it had been decided by men who change their underwear, the fact that it had been handed down in the name of some vague notion called the French people, all of it seemed to detract from the seriousness of the decision. I was forced to admit, however, that from the moment it had been passed, its consequences became as real and as serious as the wall against which I pressed the length of my body. How had I not seen that there was nothing more important than an execution, and that when you come right down to it, it was the only thing a man could truly be interested in?
Ugh.
There's no need to be afraid.
It's not your usual time.
I'm here to talk as a friend. We don't need to talk about your appeal.
No, thank you.
Why have you refused to see me?
Despite what you have said, I still do not believe in God.
Are you sure?
I don't see reason to ask myself that question. This all just feels unimportant.
Sometimes we think we're sure, but in fact we're not. Why do you think this?
I mean, it's possible.
My friend, I think you should try and give God a chance. If you don't die today, you'll die tomorrow or the next day. And then the same question will arise. How will you face that terrifying ordeal?
I will face it exactly as I'm facing it now.
Have you no hope at all? And do you really live with the thought that when you die and nothing remains?
Yes.
I pity you, Merceau. I know that this is more than you can bear. I know your appeal will be granted. Human justice is nothing, and divine justice is everything.
It is the former that has condemned me, Chaplain.
It may be so, but human justice does not wash away sin.
I don't know what sin is. All I was told was that I am guilty, and therefore I must pay for it. No more can be asked of me.
You are wrong, my son. More can be asked of you.
And what's that?
You could be asked to see.
See what?
Every stone in this cell sweats of suffering. I always look at them with anguish, but I know that even the most wretched of you have seen a divine face emerge from these stones. That is what I ask you to see.
I don't know anyone better than these stones, and I have never seen such a face come out of them. Don't waste your prayers on me. You seem so certain of everything, but you know nothing. None of your certainties are worth one half of a woman's head. You don't even know if you are alive because you are living like a dead man. At least I'm sure of my life and death, and have made all my choices. Throughout my whole life, a dark wind has been rising toward me from somewhere deep in my future, and as it passed, it leveled everything that was offered to me at the time. What did other people's deaths or my mother's love matter? What did your God or lives of other people matter to me, when all of our fates are the same? Can't you see we are all privileged? Be condemned one day. It doesn't matter if one was a murderer or if he didn't cry at his mother's funeral. Salamano's dog is worth just as much as your wife. Why does it matter if Raymond was my friend just as much as Celeste, even though the latter is worth much more? Why does it matter that Marie offered her lips to someone else?
Bonjour, ce matin nous sommes tués Jean-Claude Alexandre et Gabriel Hugo.
At this moment, I understood why Maman had taken a fiancé. When she was so close to death, she was ready to live again and wanted to start over. She felt free, and nobody had the right to cry over her. I feel ready to live it again too. For the first time, I open myself to the gentle indifference of the world. I feel happy, and in order for me to feel less alone, I want a large crowd at my execution and to be greeted with cries of hate.